My brothers and sisters in the Lord, a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us once again in our Eucharistic worship, even though via live streaming. Many years ago, I was around college, and after so many years, we have not visited our hometown, and we had a chance to go home. And my aunt, when she saw me, she blurted out this spontaneous reaction. Niya, "Pao, daw si Andres kagid." O sa aton pa ang si Andres ang akong amahan. Ug when she saw me as Dotong, but at the same time, she also saw his brother in me sa akong nawong. If if I may be very candid, ang akong bushy eyebrows, ang buhok nga may pumahada o ang akong ngabil, ang bibig ba, I think sa akong amahan ni siya, no? The rest sa akong inahan. So when she saw me, ang iyang reaction was so spontaneous. It was very joyful. And ito si Andres again, because she saw my father growing up as well, because they were together in the family. Interesting. At the end, she even mentioned, "Bao, like father, like son." So, now science would tell us that the genes of the parents are usually handed on to the children. That's why oftentimes na ay uncanny similarity between the father and the child, or the mother and the child. Most often, it's also a combination. The genes are passed. Not only the genes, though. Even psychologists would even float the theory that the psychological characteristics and traits are also handed down. So here, when we see a child, at the same time we see the father and the mother, ila characteristics, both physical and psychological. Now, when we have this at the background of our thoughts, then we can plunge into this intimate dialogue between Philip. And the Lord was telling them and teaching them, if you know me and you see me, then you will know and see the Father. So Philip spontaneously said, "Show us the Father, Master." And then, beautiful ang response kayo. "Have I not been with you for a long time, Philip, and still yet you say you do not know the Father?" What Jesus was saying is this: if you see me, I am the face of the Father. That's why 2 years ago, the Year of Mercy, the common phrase we were using, Vultus Misericordiae, the face of mercy. And the face of the Father is the face of Jesus, the face of mercy. So the more we encounter Jesus, His love, His mercy, His compassion, then we will see the face of the Father in love with us, compassionate to us, forgiving as well. Dili hukom bitay nga amahan, but rather a Father who is great in loving us. That's why if you listen to the gospel, the word repeated oftentimes is Father, Father, Father. And Jesus is saying, the Father and I are one. For those who are studying Trinitarian theology, basically, this is where the intimacy of the Father and the Son is affirmed. That there is this utmost intimacy between Father and Son, because the Father and Son are one. Sorry to muddle early in the morning your thoughts. The point being made is simply this: the more we relate to Jesus, then Jesus leads us to the Father. And the more we understand who Jesus is, the more we will know and see who our Father is. And so as we conclude our reflection, may we remember the words of Jesus to Philip, and this is also addressed to you and to me. Have I been not long with you and still you do not know the Father? May, as time progresses, when we pray, the more we understand Jesus, may the more we see the image of the Father in love with us. So help us, God.